fridge is fully loaded. That can only mean one thing. We're on a trip. I will tell you where we are, but first, a brew and a breakfast biscuit all around. Decaf for Keith. And fully loaded for me. And breakfast biscuits all around. And the ones who want the breakfast first, we always come second. And third. We're back in Cumbria. We came up late last night, so we're not in a park that we were expecting to be in. But we'll show you that when we finished our breakfast. We're in a different area. We don't know whether we're going to stay around here or not. We've got a few things planned, haven't we? New things for us to see and visiting some old favourites as well. We'll have this. We'll show you the view. So as we sit drinking our coffee, that's the view we've got.
Just outside Levens in Cumbria.
Not too far from
the motorway.
Sizer Castle and the motorway.
Yeah, and the motorway.
One that Keith found on Park for Night as we were driving along. We were heading further up north, but we decided we'd had enough. It was 11 o'clock.
Well, this was on the way to where we want to go today anyway.
Yeah.
So, it made sense.
And we pulled up in the dark. It was flat enough. There was no one else here. There's been no one else here all night. We've heard 3 or 4 cars going past and that's been it. Another nice one. Woodland walk. But that's enough from here. Places to go, things to see. First view of our first stop of the day. Yes, it is Cumbria. But we're at the seaside. This is the promenade at Grange-over-Sands. Not a promenade as we know it because that's the beach. And there are warning signs because this is part of Morecambe Bay and there are a lot of quicksand. There is a lot of quicksand.
And it's very flat, so the tide's very fast. Well, people are out on the beach in the sand.
And we're going to have a see how dog friendly Grange-over-Sands is. This cafe looks like it might be a place to spot. This cafe looks like it might be a place to spot. This cafe looks like it might be a place to stop once it's opened. We need our first coffee.
You certainly need your first coffee.
I can't speak today. We need our first coffee stop of the day.
We do.
first coffee of the day with a sea view and sea. We don't always have cake. Oh. Cheers.
So we're at Emma's Cafe for a coffee, as Daryl said, the first one of the day, with our sea view across Morecambe Bay. But what a great idea this is. Obviously have a lot of dog walkers, so they've actually put really good secure clips on the tables, so you're not having to just tie knots in your leads. It's all there ready.
Very dog friendly. Very dog friendly.
You've not got your teeth in today, have you?
Very dog friendly.
So that's Emma's.
So a little bit of information about Grange-over-Sands. It developed in the 1800s as a seaside resort. Popular, it's on the north side of the Morecambe Bay. Originally it was just called Grange, but the name changed in the late 19th or early 20th century when the local vicar decided to change the name, and that's because he was fed up of his post always getting delivered to Grange in Borrowdale, over near Keswick. We visited there before. We're going on the beach tour, but don't worry, the sea's a long way out.
Bay.
It's a bay, so it's Bay's place. You'll have no worries today, Nab.
You said the sea was a long way out.
Oh. So Morecambe's over in that direction, and then right over there you've got Heysham Power Station. You can get ferries from Heysham over to the Isle of Man. And then Grange Town Centre, Grange-over-Sands Town Centre, is
round there somewhere.
that way. So we're going to walk further up that way in a few minutes and have a walk through the town and maybe have a coffee and see how dog friendly it is up there.
Let's talk. He's getting better.
He's determined to get us in. That sea is a long way out, but this is quite dangerous. As I said a little earlier, it's renowned for its quicksands, and for those of you in this country who might remember in the news back in the 90s, late 90s, early noughties, I can't really remember it when it was.
Tragedy.
Really bad tragedy where a load of Chinese cockle pickers got stuck and drowned. So you do have to be careful. Nab! Nab! Nab was about to approach some people there, and knowing what he's like, he would have shaken all over them. So we've got Morecambe, Heysham Power Station, Blackpool Tower is 31 miles that away.
Morning.
This way.
You got the Forest of Bowland in that direction, which we visited in previous videos. Now for the town centre. I'm coming off the prom now, under the railway line. And into town. Another cafe, the Coffee Pot Cafe, also says dogs are welcome. So yes, it is looking like a dog friendly town at the moment. So this is the town centre we're going to walk through now. As always, we're going to have a look in an estate agent's window. When I was growing up, Grange-over-Sands had the reputation for being one of those places where old people go to retire and die. I'm not sure whether that's true or not. There seems to be some trendy shops, quirky shops. There are a lot of people walking dogs around, so it looks like it is very dog friendly. We've seen a few shops that have got bowls of water out for the dogs as well, so that makes it quite welcoming, especially on a hot day like it is today. And that's a view down the main road. So we're walking up now. Van's parked in that direction. Signpost is saying shopping area this way. This is post office, takeaways, butchers and pie makers, florists, spa. The main everyday shops really. If you're going to live in Grange, this is a place to live. They've got a view. Getting back to the van now. Park Road Gardens. Nice bandstand.
No.
1857.
1857.
The railway came to Grange-over-Sands in 1857, and that's when it did become really popular with tourists and people coming to stay, and for the benefits of the water and the natural spring water. In 1897, one of the first sanatoriums in England was built. And people, I'm not doing it now. You do it. So I can't remember now. I'll say about the railway, yes, a little bit. But I don't know what year it was.
1857.
The railway came to Grange-over-Sands in 1857, and that's when it became a really popular tourist attraction and tourist place to come to.
It came for the spring waters and the sea air, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And because of the spring waters and the sea air, in 1891, one of the first sanatoriums
in England.
Opened up here. So
that was for the TB sufferers.
For the TB sufferers.
All again.
Take 4.
I'm not putting any outtakes in because I'm trying to keep it short. When did the railway come?
1857.
The railway came to Grange-over-Sands in 1857, and that's when it became a really popular tourist place.
In 1891, the first sanatorium in England, or one of the first sanatoriums in England, opened up here for TB sufferers because they believed that the spring waters and the sea air was good for the health.
So that's Grange-over-Sands.
And we're in a bandstand and you can hear it echoing. The acoustics is really good.
Are really good.
Are really good. The acoustics are really good.
I've got to correct him sometimes. He's always correcting me. And the bandstand's got its own moat. So, overall impressions of Grange-over-Sands?
It's a pleasant little town. It's not geared up for traffic.
No, the roads are quite narrow, aren't they? Especially with all the parking and
pavements are very narrow.
Very dog friendly. So yes, you could bring your dog and they'd be all right walking around. A lot of the shops and cafes were welcoming. They had dog bowls, water outside, which was handy on a hot day. Would we come back? Probably not.
We've seen everything.
I think
there's
yeah.
not a lot here.
Once you've seen it, you've seen it once. There's some quirky shops. There's the regular shops. Some decent cafes.
Parking's good.
Yeah, the car parks are good
here for $120.
And for 24 hours, isn't it? I think. Oh, was
all
it
day?
Just all day. But yeah, that's not bad compared to some Lakeland and Cumbrian towns and villages. It's very reasonable. In fact, more than reasonable. Anyway, we've got more to do. But yeah, been there, done it, won't come again, but it's worth visiting once with your dog. Or dogs.